Cleal, who you know very well, played for you at Cleeve for a number of years. Now he's in the hot seat. Tell me about Steve.
Steve is an honest lad. The one thing that, unfortunately, in recent seasons, I think the heart has been ripped out of the club at Cleeve, and they've been on a bit of a downward spiral. But I'd like to think that with Steve at the helm, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time for him to get the way he wants things to be run, and I'd like to think that Steve will go on from season to season, strength to strength. That's what I would like to see, but he needs the help of other people around him as well.
Yeah, obviously tonight you're going to be up against him, but has he been bringing you up for advice since he took the job?
Yeah, Steve and I go back a long way, and we talk every week, especially since he's taken over. Tonight, okay, it's the first time that we've crossed, and we'll certainly have a drink after the game together, and I look forward to it.
Yeah, and he's got virtually a new team, hasn't he? You've got a few ex-Cleeve lads in your team, but I think he's got pretty much from 1 to 11 new players this summer, hasn't he?
Yeah. Steve took over, and he's gone and got quite a few lads from around the Cheltenham area and Gloucester area, and 1 or 2 people from around Cleeve as well, which is good. But it's going to take a while for him to get that spirit together and get the players at the level of the Southern League, and I just hope that they take care of him.
Yeah. And do you think the realistic aim of the season is just to stay in the Southern League? Do you think that would be an achievement for him?
Well, it's Saturday was the first game of the season for everybody, and we're all very, very optimistic that we want this and we want that. And I think Steve is an honest enough lad to admit that he knows he's got his work cut out there this year, and I just hope that they do what they do and they do survive. I really, really do. And it's the same for myself at Evesham. We had a very, very poor league last year. I took over in November, and I couldn't wait for the end of the season to come around, and it has. And now, as the same as Steve, the lads now that are playing for me are my players. They're not anybody else's. They're my players, and the same will apply for Steve.
Yeah. So we started with the draw at Fleet. You've made a lot of changes, like you said, over the summer. It's your team now. What are your hopes for Evesham this season?
My hopes for Evesham this year is to win a lot more games than what we did last year. Ever since they moved to the new stadium, they've found it very, very difficult to win their home games. For people that have been to the new ground at Evesham, they come and you can't help but be impressed by it. And unfortunately, it gives everybody, the opposing team comes and it gives them an automatic lift. And I swear that, having experienced it last year, the teams lift their game by 15-20%. And what I'm trying to tell my players is that if we don't do that, we're not going to win games at home. And I've always believed that if you win your home games and you can pick up a win or the occasional draw here and there away, you'll be thereabouts at the end of the season. But the big thing for us at Evesham, we've got to start winning our home games.
Yeah, and everyone knows you're in the meat trade.
Yes.
Collicutt's meat, and is it? You enjoying being back in football, and it still work well around your working hours?
Yeah, it's football and my job have worked in harmony together for a long time now, and I've been very fortunate that with the hours that I work, starting very early in the morning and getting finished for midday.